Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So today I'm going to talk about the 2024 Toyota Tacoma, specifically the TRD Pro and likely the Trailhunter, right? Those are going to be another option that we're going to see in the near future. Maybe not for 24, but for 2025, perhaps for the Trailhunter. I will not be buying one. I will not be buying a 2024 or 2025 Tacoma, and here's why. Number one, the first year or two is always riddled with issues. We've seen that time and time again, and Toyota, unfortunately, is also subject to that, right? So even with the brand new 2022 and up iForce Max Tundra TRD Pro, we saw some issues, some bugs that needed to be worked out. And we expect that across the board with every manufacturer. So that is unique to Toyota, but that for sure is something that we can expect to be an issue. So that's the most obvious reason, right? But for me, it's more about what I could also buy instead. And what I mean by that is I would much rather buy a 2024 last year of the 5th generation Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro way before getting the first year of that Tacoma, right? So I mean, think of it this way. You can buy the last year of the 4Runner or the 2023 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, the last year of that model of that generation, and you would be getting the best of the best version of that generation, if that makes sense, right? The last year. Or you could be getting the worst iteration of the new generation, right? So the brand new model year of it where you're working out all the bugs and kinks. So you can either get the best of the last of the quote unquote old generation or the worst of the new generation, right? So you can think of it that way. Another thing that not a lot of people talk about is you can only buy the 2023, the last model year of the Tacoma TRD Pro right now, the 3rd gen right now. This is your last opportunity to get it, right? So starting in 2024, you're going to be able to buy that next generation Tacoma TRD Pro or Trailhunter for the next decade. You're going to have the next decade or more, knowing Toyota, to buy that vehicle. So you're going to have so many more opportunities to get that moving forward for a good chunk of your life. Whereas right now, in this point in time, that is your last opportunity to get it, this generation. Same goes for the 4Runner. So personally, I would much rather get that 5th generation 4Runner TRD Pro, that last year of the 5th gen, because I think that one really is going to hold value the best. When it comes to the current generation Tacoma TRD Pro, I do think that could be a questionable one, just because people don't absolutely love that powertrain that it has, the 3.5 liter V6 with the 6-speed automatic transmission. People don't love that. So I do wonder how that will fare. But when it comes to the 4Runner, I would for sure get that. I would put my money toward that, expecting the best return on value in following years, if that makes sense. So those are the most obvious issues, or the obvious reasons, but the fact that next generation Tacoma TRD Pro, or the Tacoma Trailhunter, is going to have a 4-cylinder turbocharged power plant, that right there is reason enough for me to not consider it. Yeah, I've kind of grown tired of the whole turbo generations and the hybrid power plants, and just I've kind of grown tired of it personally, and I've really grown to appreciate the simplicity of the naturally aspirated power plants. Exhibit A right here with the Land Cruiser, and Exhibit B with the 4Runner TRD Pro, the current one, as well as the Tacoma, the 3rd gen with the naturally aspirated V6. Personally, I think those are just, they're more true to what Toyota has always set out to be, simplicity at its core, and really built for longevity, and they live up to that. They certainly do. So there you have it. Now is your last opportunity to buy the current generations. And think about it this way. Imagine if you were one of the folks who bought a 2021 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, right? So like those are worth $5,000 to $10,000 more than what they paid brand new. They paid $54,000, and the next generation came out and it cost $72,000. So almost a $18,000 price tag jump just on the MSRP alone. Not to mention people just missed and they lust after that V8 that was in the previous generation Tundra. So people who bought that last generation Tundra, they definitely don't regret it. And if they want to, they could just sell it for what they paid or more and then go get the next one. And I'm confident you're going to be able to do that with the current generation Tacoma TRD Pro as well as the 4Runner TRD Pro before the new ones come out, because people are going to want the old simplistic versions of it, I guarantee it. Same goes for like the FJ Cruiser. The people who bucked up and bought that last year, 2014 FJ Cruiser, well, FJ Cruisers in general, but especially that last year, if you got that FJ Cruiser Trail Teams Ultimate Edition back when it was brand new for what, $41,000 or $42,000 MSRP, you're probably sitting pretty on it, right? So I mean, assuming you didn't put a ton of miles on it, even if you did, you could probably break even easily on it. But likely, if you were to sell it with low miles, you're going to make a few dollars on it now. So that is the last model year offered of the quote-unquote old generations, and it's just a good idea. So and well, Land Cruiser here too, of course, right? So if you bought this for $89,000, the MSRP back in 2021, the last year they offered it, well, you could easily sell it for $90,000 plus if you have plenty of miles on it, right? So I think I beat that point to death, but those are the reasons why I will not be buying that 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro or Trailhunter. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you agree. As always, I appreciate you watching. Until next time.